Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introducing, my name is Aisyah Aulia with name 2305020051. This video is a little different from the previous videos. On this occasion, I will discuss a topic entitled I Oppose the Genocide of Israel-Palestine. Without much ado, we just go straight to the first discussion. On my topic, against genocide in Palestine and Israel, and why is this issue so important? Of course, this topic is very important because this conflict has affected the territory of the people, and their right in Palestine has killed more than 33,797 people, and as many as 76,465 others injured since October, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. In the second discussion, here I post genocide in Palestine and Israel and support Palestine right because this conflict affects the territory of the people and their right in Palestine. I consider that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, such as attacking hospital in Gaza, which is mentioned as an Israel military strategy to exterminate Palestine. I also consider that conditions that occur in Gaza are like the second 1948 Nakba, which is an event of a group extermination that is not in accordance with international law and principle. I support Palestine right because I believe that Israel is acting against international law and principle, and because the situation in Palestine and Israel is not good. Let's get into a brief history. The Israel-Palestine conflict has strong historical roots dating back to the early 20th century. It began with the defeat of the Ottoman Empire by Britain in World War I, which led to British control of Palestine. The conflict escalated with the Balfour Declaration in 1917, which supported the establishment of a Jewish national home in Palestine, attracting Jewish immigrants. After World War II, the UN divided the territory into two states, one for Palestine Arab and another for Jews, leading to the creation of Israel in 1948 and the displacement of many Palestinians. Israel has since occupied territories such as the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and part of East Jerusalem through the war with Arab states, resulting in prolonged disputes over Israel's settlement in the region. The conflict has resulted in various peace efforts, including the Oslo Accords in 1993 and the Quartet Roadmap in 2003, but violence and dissent have prevented a long-term settlement. The conflict also involved Hamas, the Islamic militant group that rules Gaza, is engaged in a war with Israel and faces a blockade. We look at the impact of the Israel-Palestine war on civilians. The Israel-Palestine war has had a significant impact of civilian population on both sides. The conflict has resulted in tragic loss of life, damage to infrastructure, and deep suffering for community. Israel acts of war on daily life of Palestine have a significant impact. Israel airstrike and artillery shelling have destroyed thousands of homes and business, school, hospital, mosques, and water supply infrastructure in Gaza. Many Palestinians have been forced to flee their homes and face this difficult condition. In conclusion, Israel's act of war against Palestine community have had a serious impact on their daily life, including physical damage, psychological trauma, and challenge in access to basic service. It is important for the international community to unite in support of peace and reconstruction in the region. Furthermore, erasure of Palestine territory and cultural identity. The territorial erasure that has occurred in the Israel-Palestine conflict has resulted in territorial loss for Palestine community. Palestine in areas such as the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza face the threat of losing their homes, forced displacement, and the destruction of historical and cultural sites that are important to Palestine identity. This has resulted in the loss of valuable culture and historical heritage for the Palestine people. We can conclude the territorial erasure and dispossession in the Israel-Palestine conflict impact Palestine identity and cultural heritage, regional stability and human rights. It is important for the international community to play an active role in finding a just and sustainable solution to this conflict, taking into account the interests and basic rights of all parties involved. Last, the importance of respecting human rights and international law in the Israel-Palestine conflict. Every individual has basic rights that must be respected, including Palestine and Israel, human rights violations, and that occur in the conflict must be dealt with firmly by the international community. Some of the things that have been involved in the Israel-Palestine conflict. One, violations of humanitarian law, the use of force and arbitrary detention and arrests are violations of international humanitarian law. International humanitarian law prohibits the direct targeting of civilians and requires their protection in armed conflict. 2. Israel's settlement construction in the West Bank. Israel's settlement construction in the West Bank is considered a violation of international law. According to the Fourth Geneva Convention, settlement of the population of party occupying its occupied territory is considered a violence. 3. Restriction on freedom and movement of the Palestine population. The Palestine population often face severe restrictions on freedom of movement, access to basic services such as education and healthcare, and other violations of basic rights. These violations internationally recognize basic human rights. The need for the international community to take action in this conflict is critical. Steps that should be taken include 1. Enforcement of international law. State and international institutions should ensure that international law and international humanitarian law are strictly enforced. Perpetrators of human rights violations must be held accountable and prosecuted in accordance with international law. 2. Diplomacy and negotiation. The international community should support diplomacy and negotiation effort between Israel and Palestine to reach a just and sustainable solution. Constructive dialogue and commitment to achieving peace should be strengthened. 3. Humanitarian aid acute humanitarian assistance should be provided to Palestine community affected by conflict. This assistance should include meeting basic needs such as food, clean water, healthy care, and education service. For protection of human rights, the international community must commit to protecting the human rights of Palestine and Israel population. Efforts should be made to ensure that they can live in safety without fear and with full access to their basic rights. In conclusion, it is important the international community to respect human rights and international law in the Israel-Palestine conflict. Human rights violations must be dealt with formally and steps must taken to achieve a just and sustainable peace. In raising the conflict, the concerted effort of the entire international community are essential. That's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.